Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a video for this series, and I thought now would be a good time, considering that I'll be leaving the country next week and be gone for quite some time as I pursue different future endeavors in hopes that I'll be able to return here one day. And I thought this would be a good time to chat about a few things, specifically my decision to leave the community of Fuwanovel and how I kind of feel about that. And I'm not going to really go into too much details as to why I decided to leave. It's pretty obvious at this point why I decided to leave, but I did want to just kind of chat about a few things because they've just been on my mind, and I thought this is a video series that I designed to be able to do that, right? And one of the things I really want to address is that many people probably don't realize this, but it was a very difficult decision to make to quit that community. I have a big heart and a big passion for entertaining people and for making them feel happy. One of the reasons I actually joined the community of Fuwanovel in the first place was because of some drama I had with some other friends online in a different style of community. And one day on Fuwa, I met a gentleman by the name of Mephisto. Fantastic guy. I still talk to him occasionally on Skype. And he was a great person. And I remember one day I decided that I just wanted to entertain people and I wanted to make them feel happy because it's something I like doing. People's happiness kind of drives me. It can be a big weakness too, because people's happiness when they're not happy can bring you down immensely, and that's shown in the past as well. But I wanted to do something that would make the community feel really great, and we started streaming a game called Kokoro Function, and I give that too little credit because that was the most fun I've ever had in a long time when it came to doing things 3 days a week, and we come home and entertain people. And we used to have a really big audience, and I enjoyed making summaries of the game as reminiscent of an old thread I used to have. And I remember just from then on out, I just wanted to make people feel happy and I wanted to entertain them. And I remember I was at this high moment at one point in the community where I was asked by so many different people, how do you do it? How do you keep so much entertainment? And I remember one person specifically said to me in a message not too long ago that I realized that you forced yourself, you made it happen. And, a lot of people said, how can you find the time to do all this? It's because you wanted to make it happen. And that's exactly true. Tay, who is the leader of Fuwanovel, has a heart and a passion for the website. And members like Reichu, DK, Zaka, they're all members who do things they enjoy. They write for the blog. And I remember in a post I read about DK in one of his musings that he did it because he loved the site. And he realized that he can't live without this kind of entertainment, this kind of site. It's something that he has a passion for. It's something he enjoys. And I just want people to understand that that's how I felt about entertaining the community. I had a heart, I had a passion. I didn't do this stuff to get paid. I did it because it was enjoyable and I loved it. And I guess I was surprised by a lot of people's initial responses to say that a closely knit community wasn't important. And a lot of people ask me the question, what is community? And I think most people will find the answer to be the same. It's a sense of togetherness. And I'm not saying that social cliques shouldn't exist and people shouldn't be able to come on the website for their own purpose and desire, but I guess I felt the community was a lot closer back then, and maybe I feel that the progress of a few things on the site eventually made people become bored and realize that there wasn't a next new shiny thing to entertain them, and I felt that that was my duty to do that. And I can't force anybody to be interested in the things I provided, and I'm not angry. I initially was salty and upset, but I'm not angry at anybody. I'm more angry at myself, I suppose, because I could have done a lot better. And I'm not saying I didn't make mistakes either, because I've made many mistakes and certain things, piled too many things on, tried to do things I didn't think I could. And I guess the main point is that I had a passion for this site, and I guess I felt that people weren't interested in the passion I provided anymore and weren't interested in the things I was providing or interested in the entertainment. And so I left. And as I said earlier, that was one of the hardest decisions of my entire life. It really was. I have started writing reviews. I've started trying to figure out things to do because I just want to entertain. I have so many ideas floating around in my head, so many things I want to try. Working on Photoshop, communicating with people, streams, and all these different things. And I just feel like at this point I made a decision that I shouldn't even be allowed to be back in the community, you know? Like, a lot of people say you should take a break. And one of my friends initially said, pack up, go to a new community, you know, share your ideas elsewhere. Well, let's be honest, there's no other communities out there. The thing that separated Fuwanovel from other subreddits and visual novel discussions was its community, its sense of togetherness. We always made people feel welcome when they joined the site. And I'm not saying that doesn't exist now and that the site's still not going forward. I guess I just felt important at one point, and we all want to feel important, don't we? And now I don't feel important anymore. I remember a time when I was interested in leaving, and a lot of people said, no, we need you in this community. You're a very strong pillar, very strong support for making people feel like they can come together for a lot of different things. And I guess maybe I don't feel that anymore. And it's kind of sad because people change their opinions, I suppose. But I just guess I won't feel important anymore to the community if I even did come back. And it's not to say that I didn't want to, because I do in a lot of ways. But I feel that I'd be a hypocrite if I did that now. And I also feel like people wouldn't really appreciate me returning. And don't get me confused when I say that. I'm sure people would say, we're really glad you're doing well. And I'm glad to see you're doing a lot better. And it's good to see you back. But that's not why I want to come back. I want to come back because people would feel I can provide something for the community. The place would be lively because of what I'm doing. Like Decay, like Tay, like a lot of those guys, it's a passion of mine to entertain. And when I can't entertain anybody at this point, it's like going through withdrawal. You know, I've never smoked in my life, but I can now, I guess it's not the exact same, but you know, you can now feel like what withdrawal's like. It's very difficult to deal with. It's very difficult to handle. And that's kind of how I feel now. So, it's a very rough time right now. And with me returning to the States, I don't know where my future's going to bring me. This community really helped guide me to do what I want to do. And I'm not saying Fuwanovel saved my life or anything, because I had a fine life going for me before this, but it did make me interested in doing this. It made me happy when I could see people like Nosebleed going off to college and successfully doing what he wants to do with his life. It made me happy seeing that Saris, another member, was able to get gifts from me and be happy with his life and go be successful in college and get a job at one point. And Suika Shoujo, who doesn't frequent the site anymore, I don't believe, but even her, going off to college, big success, getting interviews for jobs. I just felt really happy in knowing that maybe I did something in their life that made them feel better about themselves. And I'm not saying that they had terrible lives, but it's like you're just happy that you influence somebody's life, you know. I remember always talking to Nosebleed about college and saying what he should do. And I remember we became really good friends because of that. And people like Mephisto, who I'd always used to talk to, and he helped make such an amazing stream with me. And Aldred, who went off to boot camp, but even he, you know, it was so much fun talking to him, and he had a great thing. Astro, I got to be able to make good friends with, and it's really sad seeing people part, but at the same time, now that I've parted from something, it's almost as if I don't feel as important anymore, you know? A couple of weeks ago, my guild master from my old guild, after a year and a half, just randomly messaged me on Steam. This was after I left the community, and it was out of nowhere. And I remember we had so much drama in that guild. I left that and joined Fuwad to get away from all that crap. And now you're still messaging me. We had a great conversation. It wasn't anything weird, you know, normal conversation about our lives. And it just made me feel like, wow, maybe I did make an influence, a change or something. Because you know, I was in a world first guild, and I was a really, really good healer. I'll admit it, I think I was a really good healer. I mean, if I could down content, then other people couldn't. back when it was extremely hard. And it just made me feel like in this community too, in Fua, I could have done so much more. It's a matter of maybe I just feel nostalgic. Maybe I just miss the old days. And I'm used to change, but maybe I'm just not used to rejection in change. Because I'm not mad at anybody. I can't force anybody to enjoy the things I provided. But at one time I felt really important in that people were really excited to see what the next big thing I would pump out is. And now I feel like it's just a chore. Well, it was a chore. And that people weren't as interested in it anymore. Is that my fault? Is it the community's fault? I never know, but it just makes me feel kind of useless. And it's really hard because people like Tay, Decay, and all these people that have a passion for the website can continue doing what they're doing. And even they say, this is something I don't want to quit. It's something I love doing, and I loved entertaining the community. And I guess I feel just really let down in myself that I've had to move on from something like that. That being said, though, I hope everybody is doing really well. And I talked to a few people, but my old friends, I hope you go really far with your life and really do a great job. It's not to say that I don't want to ever join the community again. I'd want to join because people would be excited that I'd be back and would be happy that the place would be more lively. I don't want to join because people would feel that, oh, we're glad you're doing well. It's not the same. It's just not the same, I want to be able to provide something that people will enjoy, especially with the new members too. That's why I do my YouTube channel. It's why I did so many things. It was for my friends. It was for people. And I have a lot of respect for my YouTube channel. Thank you to all my subscribers. It really means a lot. I still have a lot of fun stuff planned for the video, but I miss entertaining. It's like a trigger figure. I miss entertaining, but I don't feel like coming back would be the right thing. I feel that'd be very hypocritical. People would just kind of brush it off as being stupid. So it's really hard to find out what to do. I wrote 3 reviews in one day. That's how much I was itching to do some kind of entertainment. It's really hard. But thanks, guys, for being subscribers to my YouTube channel. Thanks for everything. Really, I don't know where my future will take me. I have a lot of video series planned for my YouTube channel when I get back to the States. Real fun ones I think people will enjoy, including a new podcast. I guess I'll kind of reveal that a little bit if people watch this video. A new podcast that I'm really excited for. And I think it'll be maybe interesting, hopefully good. And I'll look forward to it, so we'll do the best I can. Alright guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you in another video soon in the future. Bye-bye.